In this video, we are going to talk about buying versus renting house. So, before starting the video, please like this video. Do subscribe and turn on the notification to our channel for future updates. Are you undecided about whether to rent or buy a home? To be clear, no conclusive answer to this age-old issue exists. Your decision should be based on your personal and financial circumstances, as well as market trends and the current economic condition. To put it another way, the answer to your renting versus buying dilemma is it depends. Purchasing a home or apartment versus renting one has pros and downsides, just like anything else. However, before making a selection, you must first determine what you truly desire and what you can afford. Renting a house. Due to financial constraints, most young people cannot afford to own a home. However, if you're debating whether to rent or buy, there are a few advantages and disadvantages of renting that you should be aware of. Pros of renting a house. 1. Greater adaptability. Because renting a home is a short-term commitment, tenants have the freedom to pack their belongings and move into another house or apartment with just a few days' notice. They don't have to worry about finding someone to move in or take over the lease because that is the responsibility of the landlord. This makes renting a far more flexible alternative, particularly for young professionals whose careers may need them to spend months in different places or cities. 2. More possibilities. Who wouldn't want to live in an opulent, affluent housing society that offers a wealthy lifestyle? Now, buying a house or a flat in the neighborhood of your choice may be out of your price range, but there's a high chance you'll be able to rent out a unit there. Even if your budget is limited, you can live in a desirable neighborhood and have access to top-notch amenities. Similarly, renting a home allows those who aren't sure where they want to live or don't have enough money to buy a home to explore other options. Not to add, tenants can readily accept employment offers in different cities or countries without having to worry about their home. 3. Less paperwork. Renting a home, on the other hand, comes with far less paperwork than purchasing one. Of course, you'll have to sign a tenancy agreement that protects both your and the landlord's rights, but aside from that, you won't have to deal with any other paperwork or file any documents. Those who live in rental residences are also exempt from paying for property insurance. It is completely the responsibility of the owner. 4. No maintenance cost. Tenants do not need to be concerned about repair and maintenance expenditures because the landlord is responsible for them. However, tenants may be required to pay a fee if the property is damaged or if the leasing agreement specifies it. 5. No need to pay property tax. Apart from paying the rent and utility bills, tenants are not responsible for any other property-related expenses. Whether it's for homeowners insurance or property taxes, the landlord is responsible for paying them. Cons of renting a home. 1. Lack of consistency. Renting a home might not be the ideal option for you if you're searching for stability. Your landlord has the power to evict you from your house on short notice, which is often insufficient time to find a new home that meets your and your family's needs. If you're already going through a hard period and don't have enough money to put down a down payment, let alone cover all the additional costs that come with moving, the situation might get even worse. Even if your landlord does not decide to evict you, there is no assurance that your rental agreement will be renewed at the end of the year. 2. No equity. Even if you pay tens of thousands of dollars in rent each month, you have no claim to the property. Although paying rent is generally less expensive than paying a mortgage, people who pay the latter have something to show for it in the long run. Monthly rent payments, on the other hand, do not generate equity or give you ownership. As soon as you pass over the money to your landlord, it is effectively gone. 3. Rules and restrictions. Living in a rental house comes with its own set of rules and restrictions. To begin with, you won't be able to renovate, remodel, or redecorate the space to your liking. While some landlords may allow you to repaint the house or rearrange some of the furniture, the majority of them aren't fond of tenants making changes to their property. Second, some homeowners may prohibit pets from entering their residence. So, even if a tenant truly desires to adopt a cat or a puppy, they must first get permission from the landlord. If you are a tenant, however, there are a few ways to decorate your rental property without offending your landlord. 4. Rent increments. While tenants do not have to worry about a property's value increasing or decreasing, they do have to be concerned about the prospect of a rent increase. Even if a rent control measure is in place, landlords are entitled to raise the monthly rate when the rental agreement is up for renewal. This circumstance could be particularly difficult if you have a fixed monthly income and are unable to pay the newly imposed rent, forcing you to hunt for a new home. 5. Moving expenses. One of the most significant downsides of renting a property is this. Moving your entire life and packing your belongings is never easy, but the related fees make it considerably tougher. In addition to paying for the moving service, residents must also make a down payment and pay their utility bills. Not to mention the fact that if they move to a new place, parents may have to change their children's schools or increase their transportation costs. 6. Buying a house. Buying a home is a major life event, therefore you can't make this decision on the spur of the moment. Here are some advantages and disadvantages of home ownership to help you decide if it is the correct choice for you. Pros. 1. Security and stability. A sense of financial stability and security comes with owning a house or a flat. No one can compel you to leave our legally held home, and you won't have to worry about unexpected rent increases. Even if you pay for a house in monthly or quarterly installments, the monthly or quarterly payment remains constant until the end. Buying a property is a terrific option if you are intending to establish a family and have enough finances. Even if you begin with a smaller property, you can always sell it for a profit and move into a larger home in a few years. 2. Federal tax benefits. Mortgage interest, home equity loan interest, property taxes up to $10,000 or $5,000 if married filing separately, and some closing fees are all deductible on the first $750,000 of the home's purchase price. The higher standard deduction of $24,800 for married couples, $12,400 for singles, makes itemizing such interest deductions more difficult. Calculating these numbers prior to purchasing will show you the tax advantages. 3. Low interest rates. Interest rates will rarely be as low as they are currently. Rates vary depending on credit score and location, but with the lowest rates hovering around 2.75%, now may be the best time to buy. One of the reasons properties are selling so quickly is because of this. Borrowing money at a rate of less than 3% is almost as good as borrowing money for nothing. Of course, it's not completely free, but it's near. 4. Ownership. Purchasing a home is unquestionably the most significant purchase you will ever make. It's a significant financial investment with numerous benefits, the most important of which is the sense of empowerment it delivers. Homeowners are free to make all of their own decisions without having to deal with landlords or a third party. Even if you wish to relocate to a different location or neighborhood, you can simply sell your current home and purchase a new one without having to worry about finances. To put it another way, purchasing a home is comparable to having a long-term savings account. Cons. 1. Requires substantial savings. Purchasing a home necessitates a significant sum of money. Even if you want to pay it off in installments or with a mortgage, you must put down at least 20% of the total cost as a down payment. Furthermore, buying a home versus renting a home entails a lot more paperwork, such as change of ownership, sales deed, property insurance, and so on. In addition, a homeowner is responsible for paying property taxes. For example, when buying a home, you'll need a down payment. So, how much money should you set aside? The average first-time purchaser puts down only 6% of the purchase price. That would be $17,076 if you were purchasing a property with a national median value of $284,600. You'll need $56,902 if you want to put down the full 20% down payment that's recommended. 2. Value depreciation. Houses and structures lose value over time owing to outmoded construction methods, outdated design, and general wear and tear. This means that before you can sell the house for a profit, you'll have to spend money and time improving it. Of course, the location of your property is important, as the value of properties in popular residential neighborhoods does not decline as quickly as those in less desirable places. 3. Maintenance and repair costs. As the adage goes, owning a home entails a great deal of responsibility. Whether you are acquiring a newly constructed home or an older home, you will undoubtedly encounter maintenance and repair difficulties during the first few months of ownership. Homeowners must shoulder the cost of all major and minor renovation work on their own, from replacing light fixtures to repairing pipe leaks. Of course, choosing the DIY method can save you money, but it also has the potential to make problems worse. When it comes to choosing between owning and renting, there is no clear winner. The decision is highly personal and is influenced by a variety of circumstances. Finally, you'll need to consider your objectives not only for where you live, but for your entire financial situation. Homeownership can provide a sense of control and security, but it also requires a significant financial investment, which may not be the best option for you in the long run. Renting may appear to be wasting money, but if you value flexibility, low-maintenance living, and the freedom to put your money toward other things like investing or travel, it may be the best option for you. It's up to you to crunch the statistics and think about your ideal lifestyle once more. So, that's it for today's video. What are your thoughts on our video? Please let us know in comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification to our channel before you go. Thank you so much for watching.